Hi all, my name is Carly Pirak and I chose to take you all on a virtual field trip to Flint, Michigan. This location I chose for our discussion board during our groundwater issues unit, and I wanted to expand my research because I thought it was really unique and interesting. So here you can see the map of Flint, Michigan from Google Earth. On the left it's outlined in red, and on the right you can see the zoomed in version where you can see the Flint River running through the town. Flint, Michigan is located at 43 degrees north and 83 degrees west. The Flint, Michigan water crisis started in 2014 when the city switched its drinking water supply from Detroit's system to the Flint River, which was a cost-saving move. With inadequate treatment and testing of the water, it resulted in a serious amount of issues, and many of these issues were overlooked by government officials, and as well as smell, side effects. A majority of them were overlooked, from rashes to hair loss to itchiness and infection, even death. This went on for 18 months, and studies showed that it went from double to triple lead contamination levels in the young generations as well. So the images here show the discoloration of the water in all the different bottles, as well as the corroded pipes leading to the seeping of lead into the water. And then the bottom image shows Flint residents Melissa and Adam fearful of using the tap water to cook their food, so they prepare meals with their bottled water as well as wash their hands. Lead toxicity is shown here with this guy having literal lead built into his skin, and he said that it was super painful all the time. A lead rash on this child in the middle, as well as dogs and animals getting sick from drinking that water. And then on the right here, we have a picture of 5-month-old Dakota, where she gets her blood drawn from her heel to test her lead levels in 2016. So prior to this situation, the river had been a wasteland for many things and factories. Land had wash of sewage, agriculture runoff, and toxins, and it was said that the river even caught fire twice in the past, so there's obviously some sketchy things going. The town boomed until the 1980s, and then many of it fled and became extremely poor, as you can see in the picture on the left of these abandoned houses, and then on the right, a picture of the water. And 1 in 6 homes were abandoned in 2013, and then that's when the water was starting to be pumped out of the river, even though it wasn't treated and the pipes had lead seeping into the water. They were flagged above federal action level, but they still were overlooked and given to children, which is super toxic for their growing bodies. It caused many diseases and death. The solution to the problem was to add more chlorine to the water, which basically started causing cancer. So they fixed one issue with another issue. In 2016, after many lawsuits, bottled water was delivered to the town, and door-to-door water testing started, and these health programs were put into place. Right here, this image shows Melissa Mays and other Flint residents addressing the media after they oversaw everything in the House and the government reform, and this was in 2016, to get this bottled water distribution. But in April 2018, it was announced that the bottle delivery service would stop, but the pipes were still used with lead seeping into the water, but it was considered safer because they had done minimal work to them. So studies show that Flint's water is safer, but it's tough to expect families to drink a glass of tap water without fear. Fortunately, the majority of Americans have access to some sort of safe water, which is a luxury to most people. But Flint serves as a reminder that water isn't safe and it's not a guarantee. Funding is obviously an issue, but safe water is extremely important. So we should take this crisis and make sure that if it happens again in another city, these issues aren't overlooked and ignored. As of 2020, there's 6 parts per billion or less, and the federal standard is 15. And then this shows the improvement projects that are going to happen in the future. And here's my works cited.